something was missing. This was before I started writing my book. Something was missing, and I felt like I was all of a sudden about to get sucked down. I could tell, even though it was healthy, even though we were talking and communicating, and this person really wanted me to succeed, all these things, I still was feeling like, no, this is a distraction because I'm scared to write this book. Period. So what is that for you? Period. You are seeking, if you are heavily seeking a relationship right now, if you are heavily seeking partnership, if it's all the things, your manifestation, I'm not saying that you don't want it. I want it. I'm ready. I desire it. But do I really? I don't know. Is it a conditioning to yearn for it so much? Because we're conditioned to think that it's a lack if you don't have someone? Have you ever been satisfied and satiated with your own company, with what you got going on? Is that something that you want to feel before you jump right back into another relationship? Do you want to see how it feels to feel confident on your own 2 feet with no one next to you, telling you nothing because you've built it from within? So that way, even when you do meet that partner and say that partner decides that they want to go a different direction one day, because nothing is forever. Can you stand on your own? Have you built a foundation within yourself where you know who you are outside of a relationship, where you can stand on your own outside of a relationship, where you can validate and hype yourself up outside of a relationship, where you don't need someone to always be clapping? Because I'm telling you, it's the biggest fucking flex that I'm doing this shit on my own right now. And not because I'm trying to or purposely, it's because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if I was supposed to be in a relationship, I would, because nothing that's meant for me misses me. And if I truly believe that, then this must be exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But we believe in it when it benefits us. We believe in it and we calm down and we trust and we have faith when we can see. But when we don't, we can't settle. Where is it? But then you're worrying about something that you're not even ready for, because the whole lesson was to fall in love with yourself first this time. You've manifested partners. You haven't been single your whole life. You've manifested partners, but it's never been the one that really fits. And that's because you don't know who you are to know what it is that you need. Wanting something that you see off a movie. Wanting something that you see on social media, but not recognizing that all of those relationships are unique to them because they have done the work to figure out what it is that they actually need. Or maybe they haven't, and you're just seeing a projection of what they wish they really were doing. Because I've done that a lot too. Posted pictures when really it was a projection of what I wish my relationship actually looked like. But I wanted y'all to think it was like that. I was more worried about what y'all thought than what was going on in my own house. Because they need to know that I have a man now and I'm successful and I got a man and I'm doing this. What the fuck does that mean? Still was unhappy. Still didn't know myself. Still was insecure as fuck. Oh, but I got a man. That's dumb, okay? There's more to life. And you're going to be able to enjoy that relationship so much more when you have your own identity and individuality, and you also are showing up as yourself so the person can actually get to know who you are instead of you being an anxious wreck or an avoidant wreck. But either way, you're still chaos inside because you think you got to show up as a character in order to get love. You don't have to show up as a character to be loved. That's how you form those trauma bonds and all that shit. In order for you to be loved, you have to actually show up as you. Isn't that crazy? In order for someone to love you, flaws and all, you actually have to be you, flaws and all. Isn't that crazy? It's a crazy concept. We thought we could lie our way to the altar, and some of us tried to, and look where we're at. You don't got to say it out loud. We see. We can tell where you're at. We can tell where you're at. You don't got to say it, and you're settling because now you're wrapped up and you got the kids and it's the house, and you look back and you're like, damn, I really desire to be loved a different way, but this is what I settled for because I rushed, because I listened to society, because my mom told me that I got to do this and got to do that, and here I am following mom and dad's advice, miserable as fuck. And then when you look at mom and dad, they're miserable too. Well, I guess we got to look at the source when we get our advice. We got to make sure, wait, do I really want a relationship like mom and dad? So should I really be listening to everything that mom and dad says? Not that they don't have wisdom, not that they can't have moments and nuggets, but at the end of the day, I need you to ultimately make your own decision. Because if you're going to make a decision, even if it's a bad decision, how much worse does it feel when it's not even your motherfucking decision? How much worse does it feel? And don't have no resentment towards mom and dad. Don't you dare point the finger and say, you made me do it. No, you're a grown-ass person now. No one's making you do shit. You're just more worried about approval than your own happiness. That's the truth that a lot of people don't want to sit with. It is. They want to blame other people for the choices that they are making. That's weird. What? No one's making you do that, but my mom's going to be mad at me. Okay, then let mom be mad. She needs to be mad. She needs to sit with the fact that why her daughter or son doing something that makes them happy makes her mad. It's less about you following your heart, because that's what we should be doing, and more about why that pisses mom off. That's something that she needs to sit with, and you can't do that for her. You see what I'm saying? Some things are not your business. Some things are not your battle. Trying to fix everybody. And the person who's suffering and the person who feels behind is you. Well, because you've been worrying behind everything, but you've been trying to heal the whole motherfucker. You've been trying to give all this shit, and you're not where you want to be. When you gonna take time for you? When are you gonna coach yourself? Because that's why you're not where you want to be, because you're draining your energy with everybody trying to push them and be places where they're not even wanting to be, because you don't want to lose people. That's a part of life. Losing people it is. In all ways, whether it's transitioning and someone passing away, or things just not aligning and disconnecting. Where things become toxic is because people can't recognize when it's time to disconnect, and they try to force when you don't have to. Make the space for more aligned connections by letting go of what's not. But then insert the abandonment wound, insert the rejection. These are the things that you haven't healed, which makes it feel impossible to leave these relationships, because you still don't feel the sense of self and worth inside of you. You're getting it from them. So if I disconnect from my life source, then who am I? Well, that's why you got to be alone in the dark night of the soul to figure that shit out. You're going to have to be alone at some point on this journey. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. You are so impressionable. You are so influenced right now that you need to be by yourself so you can figure out what you are. I need you to practice having the conversations. I need you to practice in the house, standing up, and I've done it. No, this is what I believe. I've practiced it because I'm scared. It scared me. So I had to be in there, and I had to say, no, this is what I believe. I had to start posting it and just getting used to it. It was like shock therapy for me. I had to get used to the adversity because I was so used to trying to keep the peace. I was so used to trying to keep the peace all the time that now I'm like, oh shit, like this is the first time in my life I'm about to shake shit up, and I got to get used to it because that's the only way I can be myself, because I can't please everybody. There's a whole other population of people that don't agree with anything that I'm saying right now. They say that you got to go to the Bible and you got to do this. I have a whole bunch of people that don't agree with this and that and crystals and this and the sound healing. I don't care. This is my human experience. And it's enjoyable for me to root in what it is true to me, not to do everything of what y'all want. That's not enjoyable. And if you can recognize that it's not enjoyable, why do you keep doing it? At some point, when do you take control? At some point, when do you say enough is enough? At some point, when do you get sick and tired of fucking walking on eggshells when you don't have to? You just got to be brave enough to say, hey, I'm going to disappoint some people, and that's okay. I'd rather be true to myself than trying to appease everyone when that's not even possible. So if you're going to be a version of you, why don't you be one that feels actually good instead of one that doesn't even feel good? That doesn't even make sense, but you're still going to disappoint people even in the fake version. You're still pissing people off even when you're being the inauthentic version. And that doesn't feel good for you to be authentic. So why don't you just be the authentic version and still piss people off, but then feel good? Because your feelings are not dependent on how other people feel. That's why. So once you disconnect the codependency, then you'll be able to feel good. But if your feelings are dependent on their feelings, then I see why you don't want to do it. It makes sense. That's the codependency shadow. That's what we work on in our Emerge. We have our second container. We have our second session in my Emerge container on Saturday. And I'm excited. We're going deeper and deeper and deeper. And we got to look at this shit. You got to look at the codependency. You are codependent on your mom if you literally are having a physical reaction to her pain And not in an empathetic way, in a way of like, oh, like mom's upset with me and you can't even function because mom's upset with you. Mom is allowed to be upset with you. And why is that so dysregulating for you? It's because you know that mom is dysregulated and you're taking on her emotions just like you did in childhood. You are not responsible for your mother's feelings, happiness, none of it. We can have empathy for our mothers because I know that we want the best. And as we go through this healing journey and we become more aware of ourselves, we become more aware of our mothers in the process, and we can have more empathy and compassion. And it's actually very sad how much our mothers have really sacrificed everything to do what they, thought was right. And then here we are saying they still got it wrong. That shit hurts. Here I am. I sacrificed my job, my career, my friends, my freedom, a lot of this stuff. And then you're still here telling me I got it wrong. Fuck. So can you have some grace for your mother? Have some empathy? Can you see it from, can you just see it for that, just a second, and just to know that she's a little girl too that didn't get no damn guidance? But also, on the flip side, you got to stand up. You got to be that mirror. You can't coddle her. You got to give her some tough love and say, hey, mom, I love you, but come on, you got to grow up in these parts. These parts of you are still very immature, and I love you enough to say, hey, come on. I'm not that little girl anymore, and you aren't either, in the way that you're behaving. Come on. Let's talk about it. You're not fooling the family anymore. We know that you're hurting. We see you. I literally had a conversation with my mom yesterday. I said, Mom, you know that you are neurodivergent, right? I said, Mama, you know you're neurodivergent, right? And she was just like, and I could tell. And I was like, just say it. I'm just like you. You're just like me. This is why we've had such a strained relationship, because I'm the literal mirror of what she didn't love and accept within herself. The dark skin, the neurodivergent, all of it. And I'm like, Mom, come on. This is what makes us. You are so you are so on this. It's crazy, Mama. And she knows. And it's something that she shoved down. I'm like, you don't got to shove down. Look, I embrace it. I talk about it all the time. This is why I talk about it all the time. It's a superpower, Mom. This is what makes you so good at your job. Think about it. This is why you were able to do these things. Like, I started walking her through her life. I'm like, remember this? That was because you had ADHD. Remember this? Da-da-da, all that. And we're just walking through, and I can see the light bulbs. I'm like, you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. Because, my mom is 73. So being autistic or ADHD in the 50s as a little black girl, you're just dumb. You're just fucking stupid. You don't have no disability. You're dumb. That's what my mother heard. And this is what has rang in my head too. I was so scared to write my book because I didn't think I was smart enough. And then the more and more that I came into my awareness, I'm like, this shit don't make sense. I'm intelligent as fuck. What do you mean? I'm putting together these concepts. Look how quick I'm able to process. I am smart as fuck. This don't make sense. And that's when I started contradicting my thoughts. I'm like, this shit, I am not dumb. And that's when I broke the programming. Because I was like, what I know to be true about myself this is not true. So fuck that. I'm smart. And so then I just stopped saying that. I just stopped saying I'm dumb because I was like, I'm not. I'm simply not. I am very, very intelligent. I just learned differently. That I'm dumb came from not being properly diagnosed and not having someone teach me and not being in the right classes. That's why I thought I was dumb. Because I didn't have a space. No one saw me. No one recognized, oh, this child is very smart, but she's bored. So then I'm just said, I'm bad. You're bad. But she talks too much. And guess what I'm doing for a motherfucking living? Guess what I'm about to make millions doing? Talking. I didn't talk too much. It's my gift to talk. You just weren't listening. Whew, you guys, I'm still doing my inner teen and inner child healing. If you can't recognize, I'm still healing my inner child. And the bitch, she got a lot to say. Goddamn. All right? I'm still healing my inner child. And this is what it looks like. This is what inner child healing looks like right before your eyes. I'm validating my own experiences. I don't need to go to my 5th grade teacher's house right now. I don't need to get in the car and go to Miss Gundry's house and say, Miss Gundry, look, I ended up being a millionaire because now I'm on TED Talks and stuff. Did you mean what you said in the progress report about, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't need that validation. I don't need it. I know who I am. I don't need that shit. You see, I can free myself. I can validate who I am. I can reclaim my experience. I can see it through enlightened eyes, and I can move the fuck forward. And I can teach other people to do the same. I don't have to keep going in the loop. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. No, I'm not. So stop following the narrative. You are creating the narrative and it's making you feel like shit. So stop. Create a new story. You don't have to wake up feeling like this. You can wake up being like, I'm confident as fuck. Even if you're not, I'm confident. What do confident people do? They be themselves. So then what do you need to do? Be yourself. I know it sounds so easy and I know it's so challenging at the same time because that's exactly what you've been conditioned not to be, is yourself. But once you break through that conditioning, when I tell you the frequency, the frequency, when you break out of that shit and you don't give a damn, oh my gosh, you can just really start getting shit done. That's when you can really start giving shit done. Because all that fear is you giving a damn. The fear is so restrictive. The fear is boring. The fear is basic as fuck. The fear keeps you so small. The fear keeps you from going places. The fear keeps you from doing things. You become such a boring, stagnant person because of your own fear. You're boring. I'm scared to hold it. I'm scared to go there. And why are you so scared to do it? Why? You're boring. It's really making you a boring, dull person. It is. You're not going to see the world because you're scared of this and what and people are telling you. You're boring. You're becoming a boring, dull person. Sorry. Love ya. Love ya. But I had to tell you that, okay? You don't say things, your opinion is making you dull. The reason why you guys are probably entertained is because I'm fucking crazy. I'm entertaining because I am not dull. I'm just over here and you're like, girl, this is like watching you watching a movie, okay? I know it is. I know that I'm entertaining. I know that I'm a natural entertainer. I have always been a Leo moon. I have always shown this Leo moon. No matter what, that's been the one thing that has stayed consistent with me is I have always been in the Leo moon. Even if it's fake, even if I'm just doing whatever, I don't know. But I've always been able to like, Hey, you gonna see me. Hey, you gonna see me, but you're not gonna know you're not gonna know nothing else about me, bitch. Okay? You gonna see me right here. Hey, but you're not gonna see me cry and all this. That used to be me. Now you guys know I cry in here all the fucking time. But I used to be, always. That's always been me and it's always going to be me. And I'm not gonna water it down because other people haven't stepped into their light and I make them uncomfortable because I'm a mirror to how they're not living authentically. I'm not doing it no more. People used to do it to me all the time. I don't like Kristen. I didn't even say nothing to you. Like I'm literally, what? I don't like Kristen and she's just too much. Well, go find less because I'm not watering myself down ever again because I am a big personality and I fucking love it. And the person that I'm with needs to see this and needs to be able to handle it because I'm not going over here because no, I can't date an insecure person ever again. And I have insecurities, but I need someone that's working on becoming more confident, just like me, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not playing off of it. I'm not doing it. I will respect you. I have boundaries. I know how to act, but I'm not going to not dance because it may get someone's attention. If you think that someone can just swoop me up off the dance floor, then you're not doing your goddamn job. If it's just that quick, someone can just look at me and then I just jump into their arms, then that means I wasn't yours in the first place, babe. And vice versa. Because I refuse to live my life in that anxious ass attachment ever again. When I tell you that shit had my hair falling out, my skin was dry as fuck, I was skinny, that anxious attachment almost took me down, okay? What about PDA? Like PDA with my person? Yeah, I love PDA with my person. Yeah, with the person I'm with, PDA. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, the anxious attachment is not for me no more. I'm in secure attachment now. I have moved into a different category. I don't resonate with it. I am not going to be up all day. What you doing, where you're going, what you're doing, where you're going, who you with, bitch. I'm not showing up in slippers. I'm not looking at your location. I'm not doing any of it. I'm not questioning you to try to see if you're going to catch. I'm not looking at your story every 5 minutes to see in the background. I'm not seeing who tags you in the tag pictures so I can go to their page and see this and find a sneak attack. If I remotely start doing that, it's not for me. Okay? I'm not doing the anxious attachment. That I'm telling you, no. I'm not playing. Y'all are laughing. That anxious attachment almost took me out. I'm not playing. For real. The anxious attachment can take you out. If you let it spiral too far, the anxiety can literally take you out. I'm for real. If you let it get too crazy, if you let it get too much, like it does brain damage. It does. The gaslighting and all the not trusting stuff, it's literal causes brain damage. I was going insane. I was in that last relationship. We regulated, turned to drugs. It made me an addict. It's like serious. When you don't handle this shit and we don't have skills to cope, this is why people are unalived. This is why people unalive other people. It's really that deep when you don't know how to cope with shit. Your emotions get so big, it feels like I was screaming, you guys. Like there was a point where I was literally screaming in the bed. Screaming. I was so overstimulated. I was so overwhelmed. I didn't feel like I could trust anybody. I was just going into my awakening where I was taking the rose-colored glasses off and I realized my dad was not the best person. I was taking the rose-colored glasses off and realizing my mom is up here with men that are abusing me. I take the rose-colored glasses off to my stepdad / abuser. And so that's a lot to handle at one time when you're just sitting in an apartment 3,000 miles away from your family, everyone in this toxic ass relationship by yourself. And you're just here and all this truth is just hitting you. All this realization is just hitting you. All this, I did not want to be, I was like, I can't handle this. So yeah, I went drugs. I can't handle this. What do? I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't know what to do. Give me the drug. I need something. It's too much. It really is too much. If I don't do this, maybe I'll do that. What's worse? I don't know. You know, that's where people feel like sometimes. Like this shit is real. It's not just in the movies. And I am the high, you see me, you see this bright light, No, I got to some dark ass shit. So that's why I don't put it past nobody anymore. I don't care how bright of a light I see. No, we are able to get to some dark ass places where you look in the mirror and you're like, who the fuck is this? That's what woke me up, OG, yeah. I looked in the mirror and my eyes, I feel like I didn't even see my pupils. I was high as fuck. And I heard, like I told you guys this story, like that day that I had the awakening around my sexual trauma, the day that I finally stopped dissociating was January. It was like, I'm not January. It was June 20-something, 2021. And I remember laying in the bed. I always burp when I tell this story because it's hard. My throat shock would be like, nah, bitch, I'm fighting through it. Yeah, no, I was laying in that bed and it was just like the worst time. And it was like right on the edge of like finally recognizing these intimate issues and all this sexual, like it finally clicked, you know, it finally clicked where I was like, no, what's wrong with me? I can't run from this anymore. I'm so tired of these intimacy issues. What's going on? Why can't I connect in that way? And I finally asked those questions. And man, when the memories started flooding in when I was 13, 4, 6, all the grooming, all the things that started coming in, it's so scary. Like it is so scary to be in that state of mind, especially by yourself, and to finally face like all these movies and all these shows and all these times that you're crying over other children being violated and you feel so emotional for other people, and it's because you recognize that you're seeing yourself. Because you recognize that you're seeing a part of yourself that you're dissociated from. You're seeing a part of yourself in that person. That's why you're able to have that much empathy and so emotion. And so the wake up is fucking real. Like it took me to my knees. And so I was using, you guys know, I was doing this for like 6 months because I knew the closer and closer that I was getting to that day, it was getting worse and worse. As people see, you start getting more and more, right? Until you hit that day, until you finally surrender and you say, okay, help me. And that's what I did. I started screaming because I was just in so much pain and the drugs. And I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. I was like, I've been doing this for like 3 days now. I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. And so then all of a sudden I started feeling like losing consciousness a little bit. And that scared the shit out of me because I'm like, oh God, I pushed it this time. Oh man, I pushed it a little too far this time. And there was no one home. No one was answering the phone. And I was just like, please. And I literally heard a voice. I swear I heard a voice that said, get up right now and go make a protein shake, because just putting that scoop of powder and putting it into the blender bottle and shaking it up was all the energy that I could do, and the focus. That was the least effort, and to just get some calories real quick, because I guess my body was saying like, I need some calories or I'm going to pass out, because this is day 3 of binging and doing this. And I'm like, and so when I go to the kitchen, I'm like literally walking like this, and I'm like, this is a fucking movie. And then I have a mirror in my kitchen, and I looked at myself, and I saw my nose and all torn up. I saw my eyes all red underneath. I saw my hair all brittle. I saw my face with like no pigment. And I just broke down, and then I just kept going. I was just crying, get the protein shake. And then I felt a little better immediately, and then I went and laid in the bed, and I was so ashamed. Just all these feelings were coming up, and I'm literally just tossing and turning in the bed, and I was screaming. I really was. I was like, just tell me what I need to see. I'm ready to see it. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to live like that. I was just screaming. I'm like, I'm tired of running. Show me. Just show me. And like crazy. Like I know my neighbors were just like, and then bam, in that moment, all of the memories from my sexual trauma came back. Because I called them. I recalled them. I literally recalled them because I said, I'm ready. And I started just shaking and like having it was just a whole thing, you guys. 2021, I didn't know. I really didn't know. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, 2021, it was just like, because I was so used to the persona of being so happy that when I finally recognized that I was actually super depressed, it was just like, who am I? I'm a liar. Who am I? It was just a whole scary thing. I just had a nervous breakdown. I'm like, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. Like, I was just going crazy. I don't know. My dad's like a bad person, and my mom is like with an abusive, and I'm raped, and like all this. Like, it was just insane. But I had to do it. I had to do it. And it was ugly and it was messy. And I just, for 4 months, I just sat on the couch and just stared. Like, I couldn't even, like, I just felt so disappointed and just so broken and just so low to finally acknowledge what my younger self really went through. It just broke me. I'm like, no one protected me at all. You know, that's painful. So I see why you guys run from your feelings. I've sat in it and it sucks. Thank you for letting me continue telling that. I don't tell that portion of my story as much because I feel a lot of shame around the drugs and all that stuff. Because of the taboo and the stigma, but I got to be honest about it. I'm not going to sit here and judge other people when I've done it. And it's important for me to share, because if that's your story, then I need you to know that you are hurting and you're trying to just feel better. And also you probably grew up with parents who were also addicted to substances, and that's what you saw. That's what you saw. And so you were just, those were the tools. And that's what people say. I didn't get any tools to cope. Yeah, you did. They were just shitty ones. You did get tools. You know, because if you didn't get any tools, you would have like combusted already. You know what I'm saying? There was sometimes that drink did help. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's good to keep doing it long term, but there were some times where you did that a little bit and that was the right thing to do in that moment. In that moment, for real. Because the other thing that you could have did would have been way worse. For real. Because you didn't have no tools. That's the truth. That is the truth. There are some families that are like, just let him drink. Just like, you know, give dad the drink because then he'll just pass out and he'll go to sleep and then we'll be able to. That is the truth. Just let him cope how he wants to. Just leave him alone. Let him drink and then we'll just get a good night rest. Because if we try to fight it, if we bring something up, then one of us, what if that happens? What's worse? You see what I'm saying? It's a survival tactic. It's the survival tactic. Until you can get to a place where you don't have to be in survival mode anymore. But when you're a child, you can't just pack your shit. We tried. A lot of us tried. A lot of us tried to pack our shit and leave. And then some of us were met with the fact that people didn't even know we were gone. That's how disconnected our parents were. We tried to run away and half the time they didn't even know we were gone, bitch. That's how disconnected we were. That's how much our parents were not did not have the capacity to actually be a parent. They did not have the capacity mentally. I'm telling you, like, you know this. They did not have the capacity. They didn't even know how to handle, like, it's like talking to my dad is just like, so when, you know, talking to my dad is just, it's talking to a little toddler. When it comes to like anything about him that's negative, it's like talking to a young kid. It is. We did not have the capacity. All right, how we doing? How we feeling? That was a long run. Let me take a break, bitch. Damn. That was a long run. But the downloads are downloading. The more and more that I allow my inner child to be free, you guys, the more and more that I allow myself to just be my essence and who I am, the easier the downloads come, because if I'm being one with myself, if I'm following my heart, then I'm following God automatically. Because if God is everything and I am something, then I'm part of God. And so if I'm following whatever the heart is desiring, if I'm following whatever's true to me, then it must be right. Because God makes no mistakes, right? Oh. My friend the other day, I sent her a video of me dancing, and I was just like sending her a little video, and she's like, God, you're such a vibe, just home, and meanwhile I'm at the job doing this. And I said, baby, I created the life that I'm creating, the life I desire. You can do it too. You can, if you want to be home vibing to some music on a Tuesday, you got to create that for yourself. What does it look like? How do we get there? What are the things? Can we brainstorm? I had to brainstorm and sit with this, and I started building this. This position that I have right now is not on Monster or Indeed.com, babe. I created my own position because I recognize that I have many talents and many interests, and just doing one job all the time was really boring for me, and it made me lose interest. And when I lose interest, I don't try. And when I don't try, it doesn't make me feel good, because I want to actually be passionate and care about what I'm doing. If I'm going to be spending 40 hours somewhere, I want to care about it. You know, I don't want to just waste my time for a paycheck. I can get money infinite ways. There's infinite ways to call in money. But if you don't believe that, then there's only two ways, I guess. Working a job, or I don't know, whatever ways that you think, those are your limits. You see what I said? I said there's infinite ways. So that way, whatever comes to me, even if it's unconventional, even if it's something I didn't even think of, I'm open to all the possibilities. I'm open to all of it. I'm not saying there's only this or that. I'm not saying I can't and do that, because yes, I can, and there's no absolutes, and people who live in absolutes, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. There are no absolutes. So then there's always a possibility. Oh, okay. Just want to make sure that we're clear on that. I want to make sure that we're clear on that. Hey, clear on that. I want to make sure we clear on that. Hey, are we clear on that? All right, if you're on IG, hop on over. We're going to start doing some readings. So hop on over there. All right, IG, I love ya. All right. So I'm going to pull a few cards for the collective, but then those of you that would like to get a personal reading, I'm going to open up the books and we'll get in. But the downloads are downloading. I'm feeling very connected to the energy. I got my messages. I got my downloads out. I feel like this is a great place. Those of you that are resonating with like the channeling and the readings, have you guys gotten your decks yet? Have you guys started getting downloads? Have you guys started having clairvoyant visions? Have you started having clairaudient, where lyrics are just dropping into your head? Do you know when people are lying and it makes people uncomfortable because you know that they know that they know that you know? You just have a knowing. Or when you go into a building, do you just get goosebumps and the hairs just stand up all of a sudden? You can tell some shit went down. What happened? You walk in, you're like, what happened? And people are like, damn, how did you know? Like, yeah, we just, what? You can feel it. Like, you're so in tune. And you've always been this way, but now you're becoming more aware again that you're like this. Because you were disconnected at a young age. Your parents, like, think about Matilda. I want you to think of the movie Matilda. So here's a clairvoyant. Watch this. It's a visual. If you've never seen the movie Matilda, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, watch Matilda. And I want to let you know, it's already came out. There's already spoilers. You know what it is. But Matilda is Miss Honey's inner child. Matilda is Miss Honey's inner child. And when Matilda goes and stands up to the trench bull, her aunt, that is her standing up That's her standing up. And so when she goes back to her home and says, I want to adopt Matilda, she just went to see if her family had changed and they hadn't. So then she had to finally pull her inner child from that past and move into her new house. That is a figment of her imagination. It's Miss Honey taking her power back. Watch it again. Watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. That's why they look very similar in the way they act, and meek and mild and the brown hair. They look very similar. Yeah. They have the same mannerisms, and that's her. That's her. That's her taking her power back. And that's what we're all doing. She's already an adult. She doesn't live in the house anymore, but her mindset is still in that house. Her disempowerment is still in that house. Her beliefs are still in that house. You know what I'm saying? So she had to go back and she said, I want to know if I can adopt. And they're like, no, you can't have her, because if they give her away, then she doesn't feed the ego anymore. You know what I'm saying? If they give her away, if they set her free, if they try to whatever, then she's not feeding the ego, because that's all she did is that her whole family is ego. And they just used her to feed their ego, you know? And so then she said, I'm not feeding y'all ego anymore. I don't care about your approval. I don't want to be in this family anymore. I'm leaving. And that's it. And she took her power back and she said, and that's the no contact. Yes, I love it. Go watch it. It's a message. You guys need to watch it, okay? Ginger, I see you. I'm going to pull one card. Yes, you guys, the list is open. The list is open. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and put your thing in for reading. The first card that came out is partnership and love, you guys. So if you know who you are, okay, I don't need to tell you. So don't make this try to fit when you know you are meant to be loving yourself right now. But this is particularly for someone who is calling in that life partner. You've been on the journey for quite some time now, 3 to 4 years. Around 2020 is when you started coming into it, and you have come into union with yourself. The partnership and love that you've always desired, you feel it because you love yourself. You know when you're ready for this love. You know when you've done the work to prepare to be ready, because you've gotten very uncomfortable and you've gotten honest with how you have not shown up. Yes, you can, Selena. Go ahead and send your payment and you'll get in line. I'm just doing a small little collective, and then we'll get right into it. So yeah, the partnership and love is coming out. This could be you're seeing 222. If you're seeing 222 a lot, that could be letting you know to prepare, get ready. It's coming. Are you ready to receive? Opening your heart. It also says making space for the love that you want by letting go of what isn't. Some of us have known that it's time to let go of certain connections that are not serving us, but we feel bad or we're scared or whatever it is. We have to choose ourselves and know that our experience matters. We can see the good in people. We can see awesome things, qualities, and it's still not our thing. We want that full body fuck yes. We want that full body yes, that this is it. And you are being guided towards that because of your resistance towards whatever it is that you have in your life right now, if it's not in alignment, or the fact that you are open and you are ready, but you're not seeking and chasing. Matilda's the movie I was talking about. Okay, so now when the relationship is not your sole focus, that's how you know it's about to fall into your lap. Because you have your own life going on, you have your own things, and you have your own stuff. Because you know that you always used to lose yourself in relationships, and you would always try to cling and build them up and heal them and be of value and do all this stuff so much that it's just like, just chill a little bit. Just take it easy a little bit. You don't have to give them everything in 2 weeks. You're worthy of someone getting to know you in a time that feels organic. You know what I'm saying? Like half the time my connections was not organic. It was like 0 to 100. And that's why I was always so anxious, because I'm like, this is not authentic. And I know it. And why are we pretending that it is? I don't even fucking know you. Like, why are we pretending this shit? Why are you know? If you feel it, you feel it, but you know when you don't. I know that there's experiences where people have met and in 3 or 4 days they're like in love. I would love to experience that. When you know, you know. When you know, but you also know when you're fucking lying. You also know when you're just saying it because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You also know when you're doing the most out of because you don't want them to choose somebody else because you want to be chosen too. And then you end up getting your feelings hurt every single time because you weren't building a foundation on truth. You were rushing and building it on all these little gaps instead of really getting to know the person. What happened to actually dating? What happened to actually courting, like getting to know? Why are we just jumped right in the bed already? You know that you are sensitive. Stop trying to deny the sensitivity that you have around your sexuality. Please. That numbness is not cute. It's played out. It's not empowering. You know that you want to be loved. You know that you want emotional intimacy. So stop jumping right in before you even build that connection and then get upset when someone is not pouring into you the way you want to, the way you want them to. They don't have to. They have not made a commitment. And just because you love as deeply and you feel deeply and you do this doesn't mean they are like that. Stop projecting your love on other people and getting upset when it's not mirrored back to you. That's in my book. Stop projecting your love onto other people and then getting upset when that same love is not mirrored back. That is not who they are. That's who you are. Not everybody has your depth. You will see that once you stop jumping in the bed and start having more conversations. You'll be able to see where their depth is. But you just jump right into the bed so quick. Have the conversations. Then you will start to see where they're at. And if they are actually at the capacity to handle the depth of you. Okay? It's you that's letting people in too soon. It's you that doesn't have boundaries. It's you that's still doing things to appease and be chosen. It's you. It's not them. And they do not have to have this invisible commitment to you just because you value sex more than they. Period. Stop giving it away to people who are not in the position to really hold you. And stop being mad at them because you did not take the time to figure that out. It's not them, it's you. You guys, I'm just the messenger. Your spirit team is frustrated. Your spirit team is just... Look, life force, okay? This is what I'm feeling right now. It's the life force. It's not just you. It's not just you. It's not just you. It's both. But you are making a decision to continue entertaining it. If someone is not willing to change, how many conversations are you going to have? How many arguments are you going to have before it's you not making a decision to walk away? Before it's you that is enabling the behavior after a while? When does it turn into that? Because if someone doesn't want to change, they don't want to change. I don't care what they're saying out of their mouth. I don't care what the words they're saying. What are the actions? What are you feeling? And how many chances are you willing to give somebody? It's not that they're a bad person. It just means that they're not ready. They still have lessons, and you need to recognize that this is not it. And the fact that we can't recognize that is where we still have wounding. Because we can love people and still respect ourselves. We can love people and want the best for people and still say, I don't think that you're the best for me, though. Maybe I might be the best for you right now, but I don't think that you're the best for me. And I'm no longer going to feel sad that I want someone that is just on the journey. I'm not looking for perfection, but I am looking for someone who is conscious enough to grow with me, because then I would feel alone in a relationship if I wasn't seeking someone like that. We would eventually outgrow each other because I'm not going to water myself down, and I shouldn't have to. I like going deep. I like talking about my feelings. I like sharing that. And I want someone who likes it just as much as I do, to where it doesn't feel like I'm pulling teeth. And that is okay. And I'm okay with being alone until that comes across. And because I have to be alone, if I'm going to be alone and I'm not just going to date out of desperation or just be with somebody just to be with somebody, then I have to learn to have so much fun in my life by myself. Because if I don't, and I'm just sitting here and I'm not pouring into myself, then yeah, I'm going to be like, I'm bored. I want someone to entertain me. I want someone. And then it's going to come from a place of needing to fill these things. Yes, I would love to do things with a partner. Of course. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait to find the person where going to the grocery store and doing mundane shit is fun. I can't wait. But I wasn't at the point to attract them until now. I can tell you that. I was not I was not in the frequency to attract that partner until now. I was not playful and fun. I was rigid. I was controlling. I was on edge. I didn't allow this part to come out because I didn't choose partners that made me feel safe, because I didn't choose me. And that didn't make me feel safe. It didn't make me feel safe not to choose me. It didn't make me feel safe. I was doing it to myself. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kai. And so I was not ready to attract what it is that I've been fantasizing all these years, because I wasn't that. And so I didn't feel deserving, or it would pass me right by. I've had amazing people and men come up to me and do these things, and I was like, oh, you're too nice. I've pushed them away. I've had people that literally have wanted to pour into me. Let's go. I haven't had all toxic relationships, but I wasn't interested in those men because I want to prove my worth. I wanted to prove my worth, and you weren't making me. You're giving it away so easily, and it's fucking boring. You're weird. I want to prove it. It's not real if I don't have to prove it. So yeah, I self-sabotage and I let good men go that really wanted to just love me for me, that saw all the parts of me and really wanted to love me. I let them go because I wasn't ready for them. I also wasn't ready to be the mother that I'm so excited that I know I can be now after healing. And I do want kids. And so like it all happened in divine timing, and my timing is here. And I don't subscribe to the fact that I'm too old. That is an idea that they put in our head. And because we all believe it, we're all getting sick and the eggs are dying, because you do get to a point where at 35, I believe this. And so because you believe it so deeply, it starts happening. I'm a very big believer in that. You can think I'm crazy or not and say it's science and say it's biology. I believe that our thoughts become things. And I think that they plant these ideas in our head because they know the frequency that we're in. It's all, I just believe that. Whatever, believe what you want. But I believe that shit. So I refuse that. I'm going to be fine. My eggs are just fine. I'm going to be fine. My eggs are just fine. And if it's God's will for me to have kids, I will. You know, if it's God's will, I will. We don't need science, because if it's not your will, then you did it. If you didn't get pregnant in this lifetime, if you weren't able to conceive, it wasn't God's will for you. Okay, let's start it. I can keep going. I'm all over the place, you guys. I've been just digging through so many different things and healing so many different parts. I'm all over it, if you can't tell. I've been deconstructing more religious beliefs. I've been healing inner child. I've been healing sexuality. I've just been healing everything right now. Okay. And the inner child is just feeling good. Okay. The inner child is feeling good, feeling great. She's out here, and me going on live and just being silly and goofy is so therapeutic for my inner child. She's like, you're not ashamed of me anymore. Hey, you're not ashamed of me anymore. Hey, you're not ashamed of me anymore. And look how cool we are. That's what she says. She says, see, we are cool. Give me my flowers. And I'm like, yeah, you cool. You got swag, bitch. You know, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me show you her real quick. And then I'll get to you, I promise. Ginger's up first. Hold on, wait. So I just want to give you guys a reference of who I'm referring to. Where are you? Oh, here it is. This is who I'm referring to. She's cool. Isn't she? She's so cute. Yo, I'm doing all this for her. I'm doing all of this for her because she deserves it, because she's dope. Okay? She's all of the things. Where's the other one? Yeah, it feels really good to love yourself. She's dope. Look at her. Always a light. Look at her. Feels good. She's the coolest. Oh, Natasha, hi. Okay, wait. I just put this down. Let me get it. Yeah, and so it's like when you finally can just see it and you fuck with you really don't care who doesn't. I'm telling you, once you get it, once it clicks, it clicks. Once it clicks, and you're just like, nah. And then you just become more and more authentic, and then you become cooler and cooler. That's how it works. Okay, so Because authenticity is rare in this society. So anybody who's brave enough, people are just like, how do they do this? What are they doing? This is why you guys literally book coaching calls and do containers. Authenticity is something that people want. Okay? That's why I'm helping. This is why we're doing it. Okay? This is why we're doing it together. Okay? Okay. Where is this? I'm not seeing none. Where are the payments? Activity. Ginger, where did you send? I don't know if anybody has sent a payment yet or anything. I'm just not seeing. Let me see. Let me check the other one. I'm like, am I going crazy here? Oh. Hey. Oh, okay. You're on here. Okay. Ginger, are you still on here? Ginger. Okay, I got you. All right, Ginger, let's go. Let's see what's going on with your spirit guides, babe. Let me get on my deck. So we will be using 7 decks today. We'll be using Spirit Guide deck, which you guys know is like one of my favorite decks that I use all the time. We'll be using the Astrology deck. We will be using our Nature Spirit, which is a very, very potent deck, usually final messages, final comments. We will be using Messages of Cosmic. I love these little quick messages, cosmic messages of inspiration and truth. Then we will see what your spirit animals may want to talk about. Spirit animals. We'll see what your spirit animals say. We will do the Prism and Feelings. Gosh, you guys, I'm getting quite a collection. All right, Prism and Feelings. We'll see what feelings you're still avoiding. We'll do it all. So let's see what's going on in the collective, starting with Ginger. Let's go ahead and clear the energy. I just heard abundance. Coming into abundance. Okay, hold on. Okay. New chapter, new idea, it's just getting started. You're just getting started. It's just getting started. Okay? We got first one. Okay. What else is going on with Ginger? Ooh, okay. What else is going on with Ginger? What do her spirit guides, archangels, ancestors want her to know? Okay. So, this past energy, the discontent that you were feeling, Ginger, is not, it's not a reality anymore. You are definitely moving on, and you definitely recognize where you were causing that discontent in your life by not believing in yourself, by not going full throttle, by not putting your actions in alignment for what you know. So the doubting yourself, that was making you feel discontent. But now the intuition is just on fire. Your downloads, your connection, whatever the work is, whatever you let go of, whatever big thing that you have hurdled through, it really has opened up that third eye. And so your intuition is on fire. Your spirit guides are saying, don't gaslight yourself. Don't gaslight it. Trust it. You are being guided. You are being given the tools and the downloads and everything that you need in this next chapter. Don't gaslight yourself, and don't take in the opinions of others. Don't take in the opinions of others, but you're past that. But just knowing that, like, the direction that you're going and the things that you're doing, people are going to feel certain things. People are going to feel certain things as you step into your power. You are the light, so you're going to attract more and more darkness the more and more that you shine. So you are aware of that, and that's one of the hurdles that you are breaking free of, is just the fear of being judged, that fear of being rejected. That's going out the window. And you see how I was talking about earlier, that fear holds us back? You recognize how much it was, and now how much that made you discontent. And now you are using your intuition to go forward, and it's going to pay off. Your spirit team wants you to know that whatever it is that you're creating right now, whatever it is that you're pouring into, whatever passion project you're doing right now, you are going to be led to victory. You are going to be victorious in this pursuit because you are doing something from a place of alignment and heart. So just know, You will be taken care of. There is going to be a grace period that you have in between you starting this project or pouring into this project and the abundance, just to build that consistency in yourself, because a part of the lesson in whatever it is that you're building is that you can be consistent in what it is that you're doing, because that's something that you struggled with in the past. So being consistent, really coming from that place of your heart, which it is, continuing to be authentic and showing up, is going to lead you to an opportunity that is going to be life-changing, Ginger. It's going to lead you to an opportunity that is going to change your life. And all you have to do is say yes. That song, all you have to do is say yes. I think, is that what it say? I don't even know. All you gotta do is say, is that even the lyrics? I don't know if I'm just making up a song now. Is it say yes? Is that what it say? So play that song, okay? You just gotta say yes. It may scare you a little bit. You just gotta say yes. You're meant to be seen. All the things. You have to say yes. All right, babe. I hope that helped. And I'm really proud of you for stepping in and just moving forward and believing in yourself. Yes. Okay. You are going to be victorious, and victory is subjective. So make sure that you have the end goal. What is it? What are you wanting to achieve? What is it that you're wanting out of this? What is it that you desire? Why? What is your return? Really get into alignment and what that is, because it's coming in hot. So I just heard, get very clear on what you're wanting to manifest this year. Okay. All right, let's see where we are. Oh, okay. Hey, G, are you waiting to the end, or do you want to go now? G, where you feeling? What you doing? You're welcome, Ginger. Last, okay. All right, so let's see. I don't know if we have anybody else on the list, but let's pull a few more cards, for the collective while we wait. Let's pull some messages. Let's see. So whoever I'm connecting with right now on this live, I'm going to pull one message for you. This is for you if it resonates. My left ear just started itching. What does that mean? Okay. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. I listen to my body all the time. That's why you guys see me doing this all the time and moving and acting crazy and doing it, because I'm listening. I got to get the energy out. It helps me flow. Sometimes I feel like I can talk better when I'm moving, or sometimes my body says, close your eyes. And so I listen, I do. And I know that I'm in the flow and I'm very present. And then sometimes when I come out of it, I'm like, damn, do I look crazy that I'm talking like this? But I don't care. I'm just in the flow, and I'm not worried. I can't be in the flow and also simultaneously care about what I'm looking like. I can't be in the flow and simultaneously care what my face is doing and all this stuff. I'm just flowing. I'm just feeling it. And that's so beautiful. And I think that is even very vulnerable for people. It's very vulnerable for people to just allow themselves to just flow freely, because they're just they don't know what's going to come up or come out, or maybe the tears. But that's so beautiful. Let it come. What's wrong? Let's do it. I love doing this with my clients. This is the best part of my job. The best, just holding space and seeing people and giving people a safe space to release is probably one of the best parts of my job. And then seeing the light bulbs come on and seeing people start to speak their truth and start to really, I think that gives me shivers as one of my best friends, Gina, comes in and she's, on her journey and just hearing my friends, hearing it click and hearing my friends say, yeah, because I do, and speak their truth. I'm like, yes. You are worthy. It just feels good. And yeah. So listen to your body. What is your body telling you to do? You got to stop disobeying that body. You're disobeying your heart and what you need and your boundaries. And that's not making your inner child feel safe. When you know that you want to set a boundary, or you know that you're not ready to do something. That is sending a messaging back to your inner child saying, I'm still not going to listen to you. I'm still not going to keep you safe. I'm still, yeah. Your body is sending you a signal. I was a nervous wreck when I was first grab it. Okay, I got you. Ray. I was a nervous wreck when I got with my last partner. In the beginning, my stomach, everything, I was a nervous wreck. I couldn't shake it. I was crying. I was feeling anxious. I was feeling all these feelings in the beginning of that last relationship that were such big key indicators that something was off. And I just wanted that love bombing. I just wanted to feel those words so bad that I was like, I don't care what the fuck. I don't care what you're saying, bitch. I'm gonna make it fit a narrative that's good for me. The reason why you're feeling anxious is because you're self-sabotaging, because you don't know that this is real love, even though your body's telling you this is not real love. But you're going to create a story where it fits what it is that you want. And because this is what love does feel like to you. Real love does feel like this to you because your dad did this to you and he treated you this way and would say one thing but do another. And he would say all these things, I love you, I'm going to come pick you up, we're going to do all these things. And then he would never follow through. That's love bombing your children. We've been getting love bombed way before we're in romantic relationships. You know that, right? We've been getting love bombed way before romantic relationships. You promised that you were going to do this and you didn't. You said this and that, and you tell me that I'm your favorite, and you tell me this, and you tell me I'm so smart, and you tell me all these things that feel good and make me feel it, but then you don't come to any of my shit. Your words are not meaning anything because there's no action behind it. But when you're traumatized and you're not sitting with that and you're not recognizing it, then you'll fall for those words again and again and again and again in different bodies because you're, oh, this feels good. I remember this. I get the praise. Yes, finally, this person sees me. But where are their actions? How are they treating you? Do they actually respect you? Do they actually mean the things that are coming out of their mouth? Because they're saying, I love you and I've never met somebody like you and you're the love of my life, but then they're still emotionally cheating. I'm confused. Which one is it? Am I the love of your life, or have you not still found that love? And I'm just a placeholder. Am I just filling a void for you until you find that love? Because I'm confused. These are the questions that we needed to ask in those relationships instead of shoving it down and pretending and creating and gaslighting ourselves. We've gaslit ourselves so much. The writing was on the damn wall and you gaslight yourself. Bye, Sarah. Because you don't like the answer, because it doesn't fit your outcome. It doesn't fit the narrative that you've created in your head. Breaking up is not on the agenda. That wasn't on the bank. I've already married you in my head. I've already married you and had kids in my head. So like that has to come true. I see it so clearly. If you would just change all these things about you, that's what you're saying, but you're not really saying it. That's what you're saying without saying it. If you could just change all these things about you, then we could have that in my head. Of course, if anybody healed and became, you could do that with anybody, but are they wanting to heal? Are they in the place to heal? You could do that with anybody. Of course, you can envision that with anyone. You do, you have. This is not the first person that you've envisioned kids and family with. You just want it. It's not so much, it's this person. It's just the idea. That's what you want. Your inner child is craving what they didn't get in childhood. So you're desperately trying to create that. But you're trying to create it on the same foundation that your parents tried to create it with you. On lies. Okay? Okay. You're following the pattern and you don't even recognize it. All right, Ray and Lulu, you're up next. Ray and Lulu, you're up next. Then we have Isabel. And then we have G if no one else signs up. So Ray and Lulu. You guys know I'm not here to tell y'all nothing but the truth, okay? The truth as I know it. It's my truth, I guess. I don't know if it's the truth or the ultimate truth. This is just what I've learned. And if it resonates, cool. But form your own opinions. Don't ever just listen to me. Make sure it really resonates. Don't do it because Kristen said. I need you to say Kristen planted an idea and I agree with that and resonate, and here's how I expand on it based on my personal experiences. That's what I want. I don't want Kristen said. That's cult shit. Okay? All right? Jesus came so you could be free from torment, trauma, and physical pain. Just talk to him. Jesus is actually speaking through me right now for anyone who is listening. Okay, so we got 2 coming out, Ray Ray and Lulu. Let's see what's going on with Ray Ray and Lulu. Ooh. You believe is what you're going to experience. I don't feel tormented and I don't feel suffering. I don't. I did when I was not following my heart. I did. The most torment and suffering that I felt was when I wasn't following my heart and when I was looking outside of myself for the answers. That's when I felt the most torment and suffering. What's the last card for Ray Ray and Lulu? Ray Ray and Lulu, are you in here? Grab it, Seth. Are you in here? I want to make sure. You're in here, right? Ooh. Okay, this is very clear. Ray Ray, you in here? I like this name. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's not. I don't know if it's but this is just one on here I can do. Ray Ray and Lulu, are you in here? But I get it. It's everyone's truth and belief. And if we are so in our truth and belief, and that's okay. That's why it's really clear to have your own mind. So that way someone can't just come and tell you something and then you just believe in something that you don't even really root in. And then you're just like living a life that's contradictory to what you really want inside because you're trying to follow a crowd and fit in when that doesn't even feel good. That's what I'm saying. It says, make sure it's your truth. That's why a lot of people do need to deconstruct. I think everyone to deconstruct their own religion and see if you find your way back to it naturally. I think all children, people who grew up in super, super religious households where the parents were like, here, we're going to church, we're doing this. That's an indoctrination. Even if we don't want to look at it or not, you don't have a choice to believe it. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice not to go. And even when you did say you wanted to stay home, hell no, you're not allowed. So that's indoctrination, whether people want to admit that or not. So I think that everyone should deconstruct their own religious ideologies and then see if they naturally go back to that same ideology. That's the only way to know if it's really you, right? Isn't that the only way to know if it's really your thoughts and your feelings? That's just me. Lulu and Ray Ray. Ray Ray and Lulu. You in here? Oh, there you are. Hi, Ray Ray and Lulu. Okay, so Ray Ray, Lulu, there's a lot. I'm calling you 2 different people and I like it, okay? Okay, so the first things first, you have a blocked heart chakra or it has been blocked and you're opening it. The messages are very, very clear. You are meant to be using your gifts to be abundant. So it lets me know that you are very gifted in channeling your spirituality, being able to deliver messages. You are a messenger, but you sometimes don't believe in that. And you are wondering, like, how am I supposed to be living abundantly and using my gifts if you're not doing it already? You are meant to be doing something similar as far as like working for yourself, using your gifts, and you will be super abundant. Gifts and abundance came out. So this lets me know that you probably are tapping in more and more and you're like, this is like, I'm starting to get these downloads or telepathy or something. More and more stuff is coming in, okay? That is by design. It's because you are now in a conscious state and you have enough people around you that are not making you feel crazy and all these things like me, like guides like me that come into your life and you're like, wait, oh, okay. So this is the point why speaking our truth as light workers, starseeds, messengers, whatever, even if you're religious, whatever, being a messenger is important that you actually start delivering the messages. There's a reason why you are a messenger. Because people need the message. Okay? So that is part of your gift. Okay? That's part of your gift. And it's also going to be a big part of your business. Money does grow on trees. And we need to first, in the spiritual community, especially in the spiritual community, we need to stop feeling bad for wanting to live abundantly. I do not feel bad for wanting to make the type of money that I want to make. I deserve to be able to put all the food on the table, the type of food. I deserve to have access to the healthy food. I deserve to have access to the living that everybody else. And I'm going to take what's mine. I'm not going to let a population of people tell me what I can and can't have and what I deserve and what I don't. This is my experience too. This is my planet too. This is my life too. And I'm going to do what it is. And I need you to follow suit as well with whatever it is for you, Ray Ray. Because there's been times that you have slept on yourself. And this is not the time anymore. You are gifted and you need to start stepping in. And doing your thing. Okay? The last message that came out is why I talked about the heart chakra. It says, open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. All of this is the love. All of this is the love. And it gets blocked when you don't believe. It gets blocked when you shame yourself. It gets blocked when you say, I can't and I don't deserve. That is a big block in your heart chakra. When you're saying words like, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, that is a huge block in your heart chakra, because absolutely, yes, you are. What do you mean? You thought you just came on here to suffer? You just came here to you didn't come here to, that's why you came here, to experience life to the fullest. We don't know if we're coming back here. We don't know what happens. We all have our speculations. So live now. And for my religious folk, stop waiting until you die to get to a place of peace. I hope this helped. Woo! I hope this helped. I hope this helped. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. That felt good. Doing what you're supposed to do feels good, you guys. This is how I know I'm supposed to be doing this. Even though it's very non-traditional, conventional, it's not anything I thought I would ever be doing in my entire life. I knew that I'd be playing music, but if you told me I was going to be doing damn oracles and messaging and I had to be, no. But it all makes sense now, because I've had experiences where mediums have come up to me, literally in Target, just come up to me and they're like, telling me stuff. And I'm like, why me? And it's because I'm susceptible to it and I didn't even recognize it. It's because they already saw my frequency before I saw my frequency. They knew that I was a seer. They knew that I was open to it. And what she said, I'll never forget it. What she said was completely in alignment, and it scared the crap out of me. I'm like, how does she know this? And I just walked away. But then I can do this now, and I get it now. I get it now. She was just tapped in and I didn't understand. And we judge what we don't understand. Oh, this weird, crazy lady in Target just came up to me and told me. That's what we do. We judge what we don't understand. We judge our own, we downplay our own power just because we're not tapped into it when someone else is. And we think it's weird, not recognizing that we've been conditioned to be watered down. We've been conditioned to be watered down, dumbed down, stupid. It's insulting how much that they have disempowered us. Whew. Isabel, where you at? Isabel, where you at? Isabel, where you at? Walter, no, I'm not talking specifically to you. Stupid you. I don't know. Water learning. I'm Isabel. Hi, Isabel. Okay, let's see what's going on. And then we have Courtney. We got Isabel, and then we have Courtney. Isabel. Okay. All right, right away I feel inclined to ask you about mom, Isabel. What's going on with mom? Because there's a mother wound or something. What's going on with mom, Isabel? There's a block. There's a stopping point. There's something. You're on the journey for sure. But there's a Joker. Hey, tired, Walter. No. Let Walter stay. Let Walter stay. Walter keeps you interesting. You know. All right, keep Walter in here. Walter is helping. Okay? We can learn from Walter. All right. So Isabel, there's a something. So I just felt to ask you right away, how is your relationship with mom? You know, how is your relationship with mom? Ugh, my legs be hurting. Oh, gotta change my position. Here we go. Hey, yeah. How is your relationship with mom? There's something there that is a block when it comes to the relationship with mother. So let's see what else is going on. What's up with spirit guides, archangels? Ooh, okay. Risk. I love this card. I love when that card comes out. That means you're about to do something. You're about to have a shift. You're about to take a perceived risk. And I think it has to do with something with mom, as far as maybe standing up or walking away or doing something that she may not approve of, or I don't know. I mean, I told you. Mother. There's the mother. Yeah. I'm not sure if you're putting stuff in, or maybe I may not be getting your messages. I'm not sure. But are you writing me back? All right. What's up, mom? What's up with mom? Nope, not this deck. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What's up with mom? Okay, so there's something. It's taking a risk, a leap of faith. There's something that you're kind of fed up with within yourself. Okay, Isabel? I'm the adult. Yes. There's something that you're kind of fed up with an adult. And it's time for you to take that leap of faith and let mom know how you feel, or let go of her, go no contact. There's something that's holding you back where you feel responsible for mom and her immaturity, and you let it get to you. You let it get to you over and over, and it causes you so much pain, Isabel. There's so much with it. That's such a huge block holding you back because of how much you care. How much you care about mom's opinion is holding you back. This is a chapter where you got to stand up for yourself. Little Izzy, Isabel, little Izzy needs you. Little Izzy is like, yo, can you please do something? I want to be free. And the freedom exists in your ability to stand up and speak your truth, and the courage to say, hey, I know what's best for me, or if I don't, I'm going to figure it out. And also, like, I can't be here and be in these shenanigans anymore. You got to grow up. Ma, I'm not going to feed into this anymore. Okay, there's something coming up. So lots of pain that needs to be released, and a lot of doubt, self-doubt. So taking that risk is you stepping into your authenticity. That's what feels like a risk, because there's still that little part of your inner child that's like, wait, but can we do it without the support? And do we need, I think we need, no, you're ready. You're ready, okay? The new life is on the other side of the Divine Mother. The new life is on the other side of the rebirth, and you stepping in and saying, yeah, these are the things that happened in childhood, and this is what happened, but this is no longer resonating with me, and what do I need to do to be in a new timeline? Because I'm done with the timeline where I'm the adult and mom's a child. That's not true. So I'm going to stop perpetuating whatever narrative by my actions. My actions are going to have to change in order for me to get into a new timeline where I'm more empowered and I don't feel responsible for mom. And therefore, I don't allow mom to hold me back from really stepping into the life that I desire. Your new life is on the other side of your ability to stand up and be loud about what it is that you want and how you want to be treated, Izzy, because little Izzy matters. And mom has been taking up all the space for far too long, and you're over it. Take up the space. Let that codependency go for a little bit. Mom needs to stand on her own. Okay? And this is from grandma. This is from grandma. Are you close with grandmother? Has grandmother transitioned on mom's side? She's still here? So it may be dad. I don't know, but it's a grandmother figure or a great grandmother. This is from grandmother. Grandmother saying she knows that she recognizes now that she has on the other side her enlightenment. She's alive. So it may be the other one. I don't know, but there's a relationship with grandmother. Or I'm connecting with grandmother's higher self, because there's a reason why your mom is like this. There's something with grandmother. Maybe it's the generational, I don't know. How is grandmother doing? Is grandmother doing okay? Walter, I love it. You just having a good old time. Okay, grandma's sick in bed. That's what, there's, okay. Take some deep breaths. Hi, I'm tapping into higher consciousness. Some things are going to be changing. New life, new birth. I hear grandmother is passing the torch to you. Mom does not have the capability to break some of the cycles. Izzy, it's you. Grandmother's handing the torch to you. All right. I hope that helped, babe. I hope that helped. That was very, very specific. Very specific. Yeah. I just heard have some conversations with grandmother if you're able to. Have some conversations with grandmother. Learn more of grandmother's story if you're able to. If she's in the position of still, ask grandmother some questions. That will clear up a lot of stuff. You'll start to understand in a different way. Approach it in a different way. Approach it with compassion is what I'm hearing. Approach it with compassion and wanting to understand versus from an emotional aspect of wanting to be heard and all this stuff. Approach it from an aspect of wanting to understand and not wanting to be heard. Both are necessary in this process. Okay? Okay. Walter, I love it. You're just having a good old time. Okay, Walter, you over here saying don't cry, and I'm not. I like it, Walter. You living in your own reality, okay? You having a good old time talking to whoever it is you're talking to, and I like it for you. Live your life. All right, we got Courtney up next. We got Courtney up next. Love it. Okay. We got Courtney up next. We got Courtney up next. We got Courtney. Ooh, I'm doing good on the schedule. Ooh, Courtney, you sent the payment. You sent it at 4:17 and it's 4:25. Usually, sometimes I'll be like getting so into it. Some people send the payment at 10:17 and then it's like 11:30. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. So I'm doing good today. Oh, I love that. Yeah, good. Yeah, we just got to be compassionate, you know? Because when we judge, we're just judging aspects of ourselves. And people just need to be loved. We can have more patience for people and just rock with people a little bit and just have fun with it, you know? I want to have more patience. And so this is why I think that I tell you guys, no, leave them in here because I want to have patience. Any way that I can have more patience for my future child, I'm learning it. These are all the experiences. I don't sleep on this. I'm learning to be more patient with stuff. My dad, my mom, I'm learning to be patient because the ultimate test of patience is going to be with my child, right? My future child. So these are lessons that I'm picking up so that I can be a great mother. These are tools for my mother toolbox. And just in general, I want to be patient with people. When someone's like really heightened and say we get in an accident or someone's really heightened, I'm literally like, hey, like I'm not yelling at you. Everything's okay. Because immediately when people do something wrong or whatever, they're automatically on the defense. And I didn't do this, what the fuck? And usually I'm just like this. Like I'll just be like this. I'm not yelling at you. I know that you came out with the glove. You came out with the gloves, baby. Be like, I'm not fighting you. It's okay. I know it's an accident. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I end up getting a lot of people like say they hit my car, like tap my car or do something. And then, oh, I'm so sorry, like breaking down. I'm like, babe, it's okay. It's just an accident. It's okay. Accidents happen. And they're just like, oh, yeah. And it's so healing. It's like these little healing experiences that I get to have just by having patience and grace in our society that like doesn't have any. I love that. I love being able to offer a little bit of patience for someone who's in a tiff because I've been that person. We all have. And in that moment, you didn't need someone to fight you again. You needed someone to just understand you and help you and bring you down. So I've helped complete strangers learn how to regulate. You know? Oh, here's Marianne again. I love Marianne. Marianne, I love it. We switch back and forth. Sometimes you're a Sour Patch Kid. You a Sour Patch Kid, Marianne. First you're sour, then you're sweet. So right now you're going to say, they seem weak. And then in 5 seconds you're going to say, but I love it when, we can help people. That's going to be the next thing. Say it. It's crazy. I'd be confused as fuck when you come on the live, Marianne. I'd be confused when you come on here. Because first you're going to say, they seem weak. And then in 2 seconds you're going to say, I love helping people. Confused when Marianne comes on. I don't know if you like me or not. Like, where are you? Because I love it. But why are you doing that? Because I'm being real. That's how you make me feel. Don't you want me to tell you how you impact? I'm not here I'm just letting you know how you make me feel. This is the truth live. I'm just telling you. I don't know if you like me or not. Okay. Courtney, sorry. Look, you see, it's going to be 11 if I don't stop. Courtney, you in here? Show yourself. You see? Maybe. I just get distracted because it's fun. Courtney, where you at? Courtney, where you at? Hey, I got 3 cards for Courtney, and the first one already came out and let me know what's going on. You're going through it, Courtney. You're going through some type of cycle is ending, okay? The truth, nothing but the truth. I know. I love that you guys know that, though. I love that you feel it. Okay, Coco, yeah, okay. I just never know. I'm like, is it the same every time? I'm like, I know this, Courtney, but is it the same? I never want to assume. Hi, Courtney. How you doing, babe? It's good to see you. You've been here for a long time, and I love you. Courtney's been rocking with me for a long time. And, okay, so the first card that came out, Courtney, is death, okay? You are going through a huge cycle. Okay, you're going through a huge closing out cycle. There's something that literally you are done with. There's an idea, a limited belief, a way of living, a way of being, a job, a relationship. There is some major thing in your life that is coming to a close. And yeah, it is. Yeah, we're done. We're done with this particular lesson. We're done with whatever it is. So something is changing. You are recognizing that this house, which represents your childhood, was like slow dancing in a burning room at times, and you are no longer in that house. Just like the metaphor that yeah, of course, you can do a reading. Yes, absolutely. Oh, okay. Hey, I knew it. Yep, my job of 7 years oh yes. Okay, so that's the pillar. That is a major death cycle in your life because obviously our careers and what we do is a big part of our identity, our livelihood. So just know that you close this door, something, let me just pull some more. Look at me. I'm just over here. I'm picking up on the energy. There is something coming in because of this. This is a huge cycle that is closing out your life. You just made the space for something huge. Let me see. What's going on with Courtney? What else is happening in Courtney's life? What's happening? What's going on? Psychic awareness. Okay. The job. This is it. Like a lot of you guys are starting to tap in. It literally says psychic awareness, divine soul. You are starting to tap more into your gifts. That job ended so that you can step into your mission work is what I just heard. That job ended so that you could step into your mission. Your mission is so much bigger than that job. It's time for you to step into your mission. And that has a lot to do with your ability to pick up on energy. You are highly emotionally intelligent. Psychic awareness declares that's something that's coming in. And the more that you fuel that, the more that you step into that, the more that you believe in that, the more you'll be able to make this leap and start doing what you love. Same way that you guys believe in me and you guys, this is my job. I'm working right now. I am providing a service and you guys are paying me for it. I am working. This is my gift. So don't tell me we can't live abundantly doing who we are. Don't tell me because you're seeing me do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Period. Okay? You just have to believe that it's true. And so, yes, this is the time for you to figure out what it is. This is the time for you to figure out what it is. Okay, Courtney? Like this is really an Advent time in your healing right now. Okay? So, passion. Your passion. The passion is starting to come in, and you are deepening your consciousness. So you already knew you were on a spiritual awakening, but you are about to hit another level. Leaving this job was taking that leap of faith and believing in yourself, and you are going to be so rewarded. You're going to be so rewarded for making the space. It's going to be filled with more love. So now you get to dictate what that is. Like you said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what that is. That's so beautiful that you are the author. You are the author. So I need you to make sure that you are taking time in isolation, that you are spending time in isolation with this time that you have now with the job or whatever it is that you're doing, and that you don't run back and do the same thing because you get scared and the money wounds, all that shit creeps in. Yeah, it's exciting, but we got to have that plan because those money wounds be kicking our ass and making us do stuff that we really don't want to do. So I need you to take this time to get clear so that you don't get back into a situation just to be doing this shit over again. You leaving this job after 7 years is breaking a cycle, which means we are not going to go back and do the same thing because we get scared. I need you to have faith and trust in the things that you can't see right now because you are definitely being guided. So surrender is what your spirit team is telling you. Surrender. It will happen. Trust. It will happen. All right. I hope that helped. Courtney, it's so good to see you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for being so supportive for so long in my journey. I just, like I said, I've seen you in my lives for so long. You're here. I love you sharing your stuff with me. Like, it's been awesome. So keep going, keep doing what you're doing, but we got to go deeper. It's time for a new layer, and it's time to be seen a little bit more. You're doing it, but I need you to be seen a little bit more. It's time to go deeper in something. You know this. Step in. This is the moment now. We're little Coco. Lil Coco's ready. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I just heard I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. That's what Lil Coco just said. But you have to allow her. She can't do it without you, and you can't do it without her. You see? You need your inner child to for this next chapter, the mission work and the purpose work. Because our inner child has the authentic heart. Our inner child has that integrity. Our inner child is honest. Our inner child is pure. And we have to be in this mission work being filtered through the love and not our ego. All right. I could talk all day because I'm just excited. I'm just excited for y'all. Okay, we're going to do G. I think we have G next. Is anybody else in here? Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, none over here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go to the sauna. I'm going to go get some stuff done. So, yeah, we'll end with G today. If there's no one else that's putting in, we're going to end with G with 7 cards, okay? This is another thing. This is why I love it. I love working for myself. I love just being like, okay, I've worked for a little bit. I've worked my hours. Okay, I've done what I need to do. Now I'm going to go do this. And then I get to work on another book. I need this structure. I can't do the same thing every day. So what I'm saying is you got to create this life that is desirable for you. And it's not going to look like the traditional life. It may not look like that. And that's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. It's actually really liberating to just be who you are, which is just different. What are you guys asking? Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to let that out. Let's see what's going on with G. Wow. Right away, G, I just heard Dad is celebrating. That was the first thing that came up. Dad is celebrating. Because there's some cycles that have been broken. Dad is celebrating. Dad is proud. Dad is sorry. Dad loves you. Yeah, this is definitely a little different than okay. So celebration. Oh, wow. Okay. You pay me for this. Okay. I'm just not going to filter. Your self-esteem is growing and rising. And again, Dad it's just, there's a lot of, I guess Dad is really wanting to connect with you today. And here we are. Dad wants to say that he knows that he has a lot of reason why your self-esteem is so low, and that seeing you stand up and seeing you do the things that you've overcome has really shown him, like, he knows how powerful and fearless that you are. And he's sorry that if he ever didn't make you feel that on earth, and he hopes that he can connect with you and make you feel that now, and that the strength and the power and the grace is Dad helping you. Dad is by your side, and that strength and that courage, you are him and he is you, and he never left. He just changed forms, and he comes to you, and we're gonna see what is Dad coming. What messages are Dad showing up? How is Dad? Is it the spirit animal deck? Is it a little bird? There's something. But Dad is super proud. And he just said, you had a lot more courage than I ever had, because I didn't have the courage to fully be myself either. Okay. Wow. All right. So the self-esteem is, a lot of your self-esteem stuff is from Dad's low self-esteem. And so that's why he's just really proud, because he's like, no, I don't want you to follow in my footsteps. I want you to do better and be better. And that's already happening just from your emotional intelligence alone. Yeah. You're a unicorn. You're a unicorn, G. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. And so you know this, and you are very creative in all these ways. So it's time to continue expressing the feelings and getting it out. Dad says he knows that you still have anger. There's still pain. There's still things that are hurting you. Express that. Express that. And he also said, continue talking to him more. He's ready to listen. He wasn't always able to listen and hear you, but he's listening now. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Hi. Definitely Dad guiding a lot of this, leading you to the right people, doing things. I heard him, I'm trying to show up as that dad more now in the way that I didn't do it when I was on earth. I'm trying to make up. I'm right here with you. You're not alone. Even in the moments that you feel alone, you're not alone. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Your dad was actually a healer. He was just a wounded healer. Your dad actually had those capabilities too. But you are in this initiation. So the rattlesnake, the rattlesnake is letting you know that you are in an initiation time. So all these experiences, the highs, the lows, all these things when you're like, damn, I'm getting my ass kicked. Like, this is so hard. You're here. You're still here. You're still standing. You're still doing it. You're still pushing through. Why? How? Grace. Like, how are you like right here? This was the breaking point. Your sheer emotional exhaustion was your breaking point. The sheer emotional exhaustion that you had from dishonoring yourself finally took its toll. You have given yourself to people so much at such a high capacity that you finally ran out. You actually ran out and hit the wall. And now this is a process of you regenerating and using your energy for your best interest now and being unapologetic about that. Because you've had a deep-rooted belief that it's wrong for you to use your own light for your benefit, that you are supposed to be only being of service to other people. That's part of it, but you also got to be of service to you. A being of service to us is you taking care of you. If you don't take care of you, I feel it. If you don't honor you, I suffer too. It is that serious, and it is bigger than you. And you know that. Wow. One more card. Let's see. Let's end it with the nature spirit. Let's end it with the nature spirit. What does G's native spirits want her to know? What does G's native spirits want her to know? What is the final message? And how can G's message impact other people that are maybe listening right now? But we want this message to be specific for G. What does G need to hear? What is the advice? What's the final thing? No, I want it to come out and make it clear. Make it clear. One card, spirit. Make it clear. Thank you. Okay. That was clear. You saw that? It hit the throat chakra, by the way, G, which I know is something that you're building up more and more. You do little spits it. You do it. I saw the emotions. You're showing it more. I'm seeing more of it. Don't think I don't peep it. I see you. Little snippets coming through. I see it. Okay. So, Ancient Forest. Ancient Forest is the card that came out for you. So let's see what this message is. Ancient Forest. Look how beautiful this is. Also, G, you don't have to listen to this or you don't have to do it, but I've been feeling really inclined to tell you that maybe plant medicine is something that you should look at. You don't have to take it. I'm not telling you go do it. I'm just being the messenger. That plant medicine is something, and in this picture, it was already in my head. And then when I saw this picture, I'm like, no, I got to say it because now it's literally like a forest. And plant medicine may be something. Okay, so let's read this real quick. Ancient Forest. You guys know I did it. I did it April 2022 and then October in 2023. Oof, life-changing. Okay. If you guys want more story, we can talk about that next time if you guys want more information on my experience with ayahuasca. Okay, so Ancient Forest. Your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. You are much more than you can possibly imagine. There's an immense, unseen, but very real support around you. That's dad. That's dad. That's your ancestors. That's what, okay. Woo. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong. Your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Your native spirit wants you to know, G, throughout the world, those in indigenous cultures revere what are called the tree people. The powerful life force of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. Ayahuasca is a tree. It comes from a root. It comes from like a root. This is what I'm saying. Like, I just felt like to say this to you, and then this card coming out. Maybe you'll be taking a trip to South America soon. This kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but in reverence, the gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with nature spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit, especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the harshest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. It does not show a force. It is just is. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. When I tell you that this card says that your experiences that you've been going through recently are an initiation, when I tell you that you are no longer going to be, you are not the old G that you remember. So don't get comfortable. You are going to be changing at a rapid pace right now because you let go of a huge wound in your life. I know it. So now that you don't have that holding you back, just get ready for the downloads and all the stuff to just come in so quickly. Between 2021 and now, I have lived 100 lives. Okay? Like, when you just let it flow and you completely surrender to this journey, it can go really fast. The quantum leaps and the timelines, it can go really fast. The reason why it goes at the pace is what we can handle. It goes at the pace at what we can handle. So if we're scared and we're kind of like tiptoeing and we're just like meditating once in a while, okay, we're going to see it here and there. But if you're doing it and you're like, nah, I'm committed to this shit, and you're like pushing yourself and you're getting uncomfortable every day, and every time that conversation comes up, you're fucking walking towards it head first, and every time that adversity comes up, you're choosing to have faith instead of worry, that is where you really show who you are and where you're at. That's how you start to embody the disempowered version you with the empowered version, by doing the things that you did not do in the past. So if you used to always worry, I need you to start trusting. I need you to let go. It's just wasting your energy. Okay? The more you surrender, the easier the process is. I'm trying to tell you. And the faster you can just get to it because you're just willing to just go through it and not fight it. It's not going to kill you. It just makes you stronger. I promise. All right? All right, you guys. I hope this helped today. Whew, felt so good. Like, this feels so good. Like, I just don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about. Like, to do this, it feels so good. Dad is with you, and Dad said, hey, please talk to me more. I love you. I miss you. I miss hugging you, but he's with you. He doesn't miss you because he is you. He's not with you, but he just misses the opportunities that you guys could have had in the 3D, and he understands that. But he's here. He's with you. Yes. Okay, good. Good. Keep speaking to him. Keep speaking to him. Because he with you. He with you. Speak to him about the things that are still hurting you. Okay? That's what I mean. Speak to him about your truth involving him. And know that that's not dishonoring him. That is you still healing. And he's listening. He's listening to your pain. He's listening to the ways that he didn't show up as good. He's listening to all that. Get it out. He's listening to all of it. He is. He is. Okay. All right. Well, I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gimnasio. Okay? I'm practicing my Spanish because your girl going to probably be living in like a Spanish speaking country soon. So I'm really trying to brush up on my Spanish and get used to it because I'm going to be running my retreats and I want to be able to speak Spanish as well. It's very important, especially if I move to a Spanish speaking country. It's very important for me to learn the language so I can include my community. And I'm in their country, so I need to learn their language so I can communicate the best with them and my people that are going to be around me. So I can't wait. I'm already starting to learn and brush up on it so that I can do it. Okay? No, I'm getting ready to go, babe. I'm getting ready to go. The list is closed. Thank you. I'll be back on Friday though. I'll be back on Friday. I gotta go get my finances straight. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Let's see. What are we gonna listen to? What are we listening to? Hold on. Oh, this is what we were listening to. Okay, I was literally having a whole twerk session to this. It's not what you're expecting, okay? My inner child just said twerk to this, and I was like, all right, y'all, I love you. Hi, Tara. It's so good to see you, babe. All right. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Are you kidding me? But yes, what is the name of the song? Yes, it's from the movie, but what is the name of the song? That's the walkout song. If I was in okay, wait, before I go. If I was a boxer, let me see, what would be the walkout songs, you know? Like if I was a boxer or something, this would definitely be one of them. I think this is a good one. All right, y'all, I love you. I will see you on Friday. All right, have a beautiful day. Be authentic. Be it. Do it.